Hey Dandelions, it's me Sandy, aka Sandy Dandy, and welcome to my video. I'm going to show you guys the completed pages that I did in my Downton Abbey coloring book. Yeah, I think it is an official, I don't know if it's an official coloring book, but yeah, there is the back. And you guys can pause and read if you want to. I really love the show. I own the complete series. I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it. I watched it. I tried to watch. When I had PBS, I watched a couple of the episodes, and I enjoyed them. So I decided. One year for my birthday, I bought myself the complete series and the first movie. I don't own the second movie. I think they're going to make a third movie. But yeah, it is one of my favorite shows, and I love this coloring book. I also got this coloring book for my birthday one year, so yeah. So this is the front page, and yeah, that is Downton Abbey. And yeah, there's some cars going up to the castle. That's like a real castle somewhere in England, I think. But yeah, I would love to go to it. It's like you can go on tours of it. Yeah, I don't like how the skin colors turned out. I used those Crayola skin tones, and I just couldn't make them work right. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go back and use a colored pencil to try to fix the skin tones. But this is Violet. She is the matriarch of the family, the grandmother. These are the sisters. We have Edith, Sybil in the middle, and then Mary on the other side. Mary's over here. And yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite shows. I kind of like how this picture turned out. These are the parents. Okay, and yeah, I made like the background like gold because I think they would have. I don't think their house had this like gold stuff in the house, but yeah, this is the way I colored it in. So yeah, I like how that turned out. This is Mary and Matthew. Okay. And yeah, I kind of like how that turned out. It was fun coloring all these like, what do you call them? Not retro, but like Victorian clothes. Okay. And this is Sybil's new dress, which is a pantsuit, because she was like a rebel, and yeah, she wanted to shock the family, so she had a pantsuit made. Like a jumper. Okay. These are the servants. And the middle is O'Brien. And Mrs. Hughes is over here. What is this other guy's name? I forgot. So, yeah. I had fun coloring them in. Okay, this is Matthew again. And yeah, I like how I did his eyes. I don't know if his eyes were blue in the series because it's been a while since I watched it. But yeah, I like how that page turned out. And these are two of like the villains, their servants. I think he got his hand shot off in the war because he went to a war. He was like one of the butlers. And yeah. Like I said, it's been a while since I watched the whole series and the movie. Yeah, and these are some of the female servants. They're waiting for somebody to arrive. This is Sybil and Branson. She ends up marrying the chauffeur. Her family didn't really like the idea of her dating the chauffeur, but yeah, they fell in love. This is Mary, and I can't remember who this guy is. I think he was like a bad guy that was trying to blackmail her. And yeah, I don't think her coat was this color in the series, but yeah, I just had fun coloring the outfits the way I wanted them. And this is Mary and Matthew, when Matthew asks Mary to marry him. And I like the paper in this one too, because it's kind of thick. And yeah, it's not, the pages are single-sided. I love when a coloring book is single-sided pages, because you can use markers and you don't have to worry. Well, I still put a piece of cardstock in between, but yeah, you don't have to worry about the other side of the page. And like in this coloring book, like there's sayings on the other side, so it doesn't really matter if it bleeds through. So yeah, this is okay. Daisy and Mrs. Pattamore, and Mrs. Pattamore is the head chef. And Daisy was, she started out as like a really low servant. She wasn't allowed to go upstairs. She had to just, wait till everybody was out of their rooms before she cleaned the rooms. And she had to be quiet. And they have like back stairways so that they don't interact with the upstairs people. So yeah, and I felt sorry for Daisy in part of the show. She finally does get to go upstairs and become like an upstairs maid, but yeah, I felt so sorry for her. Okay, we have Matthew and Branson, who became brother-in-laws, and this is at Matthew and Mary's wedding. Okay, I'm trying to turn the pages here. Okay. Yeah, poor Edith. This is Edith's first time trying to get married. She gets left at the altar, and this is her and her sisters. And yeah, that was like it was a sad episode, but at least the servants got a good meal in that episode, because they had cooked this like elaborate dinner for the wedding, and Edith didn't want to have nothing to do with the like dinner when she come home. She was like throwing off her like veil and everything, and she just like went into like a depression. And yeah, the family didn't eat the dinner, but the servants got to, which I thought was cool, because they were just like having a celebration, even though poor Edith was depressed. This is the mother, Cora. Yeah, I really like her. Yeah, she's such a sweet person in the show. And yeah, she has a kind of a little bit of a tragic storyline. And this is Carson. Carson is one of the head butlers for the family, and yeah, I really like Carson. He was a really nice guy, but he had a lot of rules, because he tried to keep the other staff under control. And we have Sibby. Yeah, poor Sybil. She has a tragic end in the show, so yeah. I'm trying not to spoil it if you guys want to watch the series, but yeah. Okay, there is Mary and Matthew and their baby. I can't remember what their baby's name was, but this episode was happy and sad at the same time. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it if you guys want to watch the episode. Then we have Bates. Bates is one of my favorite characters. He was friends with Robert, the father, they were in the war together. And Bates got injured. He has something wrong with his leg, and yeah, he has a tragic storyline that then turns happy. He is, yeah, right here he's in jail because his estranged wife ended up dead, and I think she kind of framed him. She killed herself and made them think that Bates did it, but they finally figure out that he didn't do it, that he was innocent, and he gets to go back to Downton Abbey, and he ends up marrying Anna, one of Mary's lady-in-waiting, which is really cool. This is the cousin Rose. She comes to stay with them because her parents just can't control her, and she's like a wild child. And yeah, I love her dress. It's kind of like a flapper dress because her storyline kind of it starts in like the Roaring 20s. And yeah, this is Daisy again. Yeah, I love her. She's such a sweet person. And this is when they started to get electricity in the house, and Mrs. Patmore was like, she was so upset about the electricity, she didn't want to have nothing to do with it. This is Isabel, Matthew's mother, and there's Matthew. And yeah, I like this. I don't think the flowers were all those colors, but yeah, I just had fun with it. Because, yeah, coloring should be fun. You shouldn't have any rules about what... You don't have to follow, like, exactly what colors everything was in, like, shows. Yeah, you can just do what you want. And there's Edith. And another one of her, like, past flames. She ends up getting pregnant out of wedlock by Michael, and Michael ends up dying. He has some kind of accident and he dies, and he leaves Edith all of his estate. And I don't remember if he like knew that she was pregnant, but yeah, she ends up putting the baby sort of. She goes away for a while. Her and her grandmother, because her grandmother finds out, and they give the baby to this family that is farming on an estate adjoining Downton Abbey. And she does get the baby back in the end, but at first she has to act like, when she gets the baby back, she has to act like that it... she's just like taking care of like a foundling. But then later on, the parents and everybody finds out that, yeah, that is her baby, and they kind of get used to the idea, and they don't hate her or anything because she had a baby out of wedlock. But yeah, she was so scared in the show. And then we have Edith again, and yeah, I know her skin kind of looks blue because when I was doing her skin tone, it kind of mixed with her dress. But yeah, it's my coloring book, and it doesn't bother me that much, so yeah. Okay, then we have Violet and Isabel. Yeah, they have a love-hate relationship. They become friends towards the end of the series, but yeah. They're cousins. Isabel's husband was cousin to Violet, I think. I can't remember what the relation was in the family, but you know that makes like Matthew and Mary like cousins, which is weird, but okay. Then we have Rose again, and her love there. He is a jazz singer. He's African American, and yeah, that was kind of a no-no back then in that time. And they end up not getting together. They end up breaking up because her family wants her to marry, somebody in her class. Because she's like her family's like really rich. So yeah. So here is the family. Minus Sybil. So Yeah, this is after Sybil's tragic end. Okay, so we have the Robert and Cora and Mary and Edith. Okay, and this is when Daisy finally gets to come upstairs, and all the servants come upstairs. They're listening to a broadcast on their first radio called a wireless. I think it was something about the royal family they were listening to. One of the speeches. So yeah, and that's sort of close to the end of the series. Then we have Mary riding side saddle on her horse. And yeah, I think later on she does ride the horse what do they call it? Just like riding the horse normal. But yeah, she was supposed to be like a lady. She was Lady Mary. And she wasn't supposed to ride the horse anything but side saddle, and she was in some kind of competition. Okay, so that is all that I did in the Downton Abbey coloring book so far. This page is going to be really hard to do because it has so much detail. So yeah, so that is what I've did so far in this. And yeah, when I complete, I don't know if I'll do I may do a flip through when I complete all these coloring books. But yeah, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll see you guys in my next video.